Hello everyone, my name is Nitin. Today I am going to present you my solution for the problem faced by a farmer. My vision is together towards building a society where farming is seen as a respectful professional career. As you may all know, agriculture is the backbone of India. But you may get a doubt, when it's already the backbone of India, why it should be again seen as a respectful professional career? To answer this question, we must first look into the history of agriculture in India. India was into sustainable farming for so long, but during the 1960s, green revolution was started to meet food shortage in India, and the governments introduced modern farming techniques such as chemical farming, hybrid seeds, etc., and also provided incentives so that they can easily adapt it. They focused on stable crops to quickly meet food shortages wherein single crop system was widely adopted. So farmers saw the benefit from chemical farming and ignored to pass on the information of sustainable farming to the future generation. Let us first have a glance over sustainable farming. Sustainable farming is a type of farming in which farmers use farming techniques which are purely based on naturally available products like cow dung, cow urine, etc., instead of chemical fertilizer. The big potential here is that it has many efficient practices like zero budget natural farming, less input, more output, making crops weather resistant, mixed cropping, etc. But there is a huge misconception that sustainable farming is same as the organic farming. No, it's not the same. Organic farming also isn't totally safe. In fact, it actually costs more than sustainable farming. Now here arises a question. Did farmers started seeing wealth only in terms of money? Well, let's see. After my initial interviews, as I found that most farmers still continue to do chemical farming because they see that it is the only best way to do farming. They are not aware of market information and sustainable farming practices. They are dependent on government incentives and most of them follow their suggestions which are of no assurance. All this is to not to worry about the sale of their crops. One good thing though is that farmers help each other with agriculture problems, but when it comes to selling, they are all on the same grounds. They are unaware of actual price, so they end up selling in losses. So from these insights, I realized that farmers need information on farming through which they can overcome their problems. So I came up with an idea which was an e-commerce platform where farmers can set a reasonable price for their crop on their own. And with the help of discovery page feature, farmers get to see success stories of unknown farmers and understand the potential of sustainable farming. I was curious to implement this solution, but then I remembered this from Hideki Segawa's video lecture, Go Back and Forth Between User and Solution. So to check the potential of my idea, I researched and interviewed the same farmers and found some interesting hidden insights which I have never thought of. There are already various information sources available to farmers such as radio or TV programs, local newspapers, etc. This raised a question in me, why farmer isn't utilizing the available information sources? And in my interview, I found that farmer is hesitating to accept that information because of three reasons. One, that information isn't specific or customized to their field. It is all generalized information. Two, there is no assurance from the government about the information they spread. Three, they are not willing to accept new information and take risks because of their family financial responsibility. Farmer is not able to understand why the crop is being damaged. But the biggest thing why farmers continue to do chemical farming is because they have experienced the benefits of it and they have their family's financial responsibility on them. As they face many problems in farming, they do not want their children to continue this profession, rather make them an engineer or a doctor, etc., which of course doesn't come at cheap costs. So they believe that those costs can be only be paid off by chemical farming. Farmer's life is seen as miserable by society because of these problems. From all this, I realized that what is needed for a farmer isn't a reasonable price for his crop, but instead, they are lacking information on how to efficiently utilize their resources to get the maximum benefit out of it. Let us meet a farmer who is in a similar situation named Raghupati Reddy, who is 45-year-old farmer and grows staple crop paddy using chemical farming. It is the only source of income for him with which he has to take care of his entire family expenses. He often grows paddy in a hope that government will buy his crop. He doesn't know why his crop is often getting attacked by pests and uses an enormous amount of pesticides and somehow manages to harvest the crop. As no government official approached to purchase his crop, he had to sell the crop in local market at a lower price. He also cannot store bulk crop for a long time because he needs to invest that money for the next crop season. And of course, he has to meet his family expenses. So after getting such insights from Raghupati Reddy, I came up with a solution called Sustainable Farmer. Sustainable farming is a service that produces local videos of farmers following sustainable methods. When the farmer watches the technique work for other known farmer, he finds assurance that it can work for him as well. This becomes the motivating factor for him to apply these techniques. To overcome his fear of income sustainability, he can apply this technique on 10% of his farmland to get to experience the result by himself. When he finds assurance, he will be willing to learn new techniques and scale up sustainable farming as it incurs less input cost and more output. This creates an immense value to my user because when he understands and experiences the potential of sustainable farming, he will be able to accept the information or choose any solution on his wisdom. He will be interested to experiment with new practices with local farmer groups on sustainable techniques. He doesn't have to go through the misery which he was facing before, and he doesn't have to worry about his pain, which was not getting a reasonable price for his crop. Considering above situation, I propose Sustainable Farmer, which is a service that organizes farmer groups to share knowledge on sustainable farming with the help of locally produced videos. These videos are produced by locals who are already into sustainable farming, and they are trained by the people from the service so that they can produce videos featuring their testimonials, experiences, and demonstrating sustainable farmer techniques to others. These videos are then shared with the farmer community with the help of battery operated handheld projectors so that people from remote areas can also access it. They can apply these sustainable techniques on 10% of their land such that it doesn't risk farmers' income. This solution can mostly be run by a farmer, and it is for a farmer, unless they need some more technical help. And the insights that led me to this idea are they usually believe farmers around them, oftentimes, seeing is believing. Farmers who already practice sustainable farming do not have any means to reach out to more farmers in an impactful way or in remote regions. Farmers' trust can be earned only when they get to experience the result by themselves and they are smart enough to predict the impact when they scale it up. Technical aspects of this solution are user need to have a phone to receive any updates on screening or customized information to the user based on farmers data such as soil health and market information on SMS or call to give him the most profit out of his resources after evaluating the entire value chain by the service organization. Farmer groups who are producing videos can also get help from the service organization regarding solutions for new problems or if they want any technological progress in upscaling their farming, such as vertical farming, which requires sensors for temperature control or devices for watering plants, etc. If this situation doesn't get better, there will be no farmer left in future to feed India. The bigger benefits we get to see by implementing this solution are more access to quality food, soil health restoration. Wealth can also be measured in terms of health and sustaining natural ecosystem. When farmer earns this wisdom, they will be out of misery and become wealthy such that they become an inspiration for other people to see farming as a respectful professional career. Emotion is an intelligent way to exist. That is why we can feel empathy towards other. I realize the importance of empathy to understand the user and the persona through Road to Shine. If it is done perfectly, then we will have the wisdom to provide the most valuable solution to our user. Prioritizing insights and their importance for upcoming with a solution was very helpful. I'll be continuing to do user research in every aspect of my life because it can be very helpful for me to look intellectually towards any situation and decide with conscience. This is what I have learned through Road to Shine. Apart from this, the experience in Road to Shine was very delightful for me. I liked the time management and interaction on workshops. Worksheets were very interactive because they involved deep thinking than just filling in worksheets with data, which we are used to in engineering. Support from the tutors and mentors like Ashray, Venkat, Erika, Vijay was excellent. It will be a memorable experience for me throughout my life. Thank you, Road to Shine.